Hello again, I'm here with a video because last week I actually had a very interesting experience in which I was thinking, a year ago I would not have had the courage to actually say, hey, this is shit what you're doing. So, just to show you, just to give an overview of the situation, I was in a space where I go to do my ceramics, and I still need to go there because I don't have my own space to fire my ceramics and to do the glazing. So I go to that place, I do my glazing, and they do the firing for me of the pieces. And I was in this space, and people were coming in and out, and that's okay. And someone else came in, and she started to glaze her pieces, and I know her from there, and also from meeting her on the streets. And I asked her, like, from last time, how did it go? Because I know that she had a rough period, and a rough experience, and I had given her some advice, and I wanted to know, like, how did it go? Like, how did you feel about it, and so on. She spoke about it. And at a certain time, I realized, like, oh my God, it's late. And I still need to do so many pieces. So I tried to hurry, which is actually never a good idea to do so, but I'm still human, so I was hurrying. And I put in, it's like this thing that you do with on the bottom of a pot. So if you have a pot, the bottom of it, to make certain that there's no glaze on. I don't know how you say it in English. But I was like, okay, it's going to be faster if I'm just going to pour it on and then I'm going to spread it. But I poured on a little bit too much. And she was like, and I thought for someone with your profession that you would like be totally in balance and at peace. And I was like, what a shit comment is that? Like, in my language, I said, maar wat voor een zever is dat nu? And she was like immediately like, but I didn't mean it like this. And then I gave the example, like, okay, so someone who's like, for instance, a meditation instructor, like she supports people or helps people in meditating, like she's a guidance, or she guides in it. So that person needs to be in balance like the whole time. Like, are you kidding me? Like, we're still human. You cannot expect from someone who's just constantly in balance and and then but I have to say, I wasn't saying it with a big smile on my face. I was like, fuck you. And she was like whoa, I obviously hit a very sensitive nerve. Whoa. And I didn't say anything anymore, just kept on glazing. I was like, it's just shit energy. And I just like pointed it out to you. And she was like, yeah, I didn't mean it like this. And then she kept on going. And I was like, I don't care. It's just like, no. And then she was like, wow, okay, it's that time of the year, or it's this point of this moment. Woo. Actually saying, like, fully putting it on me that I was behaving badly or too intense or too I don't know what. But in essence, I was just reacting on her energy. And this is actually what I felt that was happening. So I feel that I trigger her, that in a way she's really intrigued by what I do, what my profession is. And that she's like, wow. But it like frightens me a little bit. Like, in a way, I kind of like you. You intrigue me. What you do intrigues me. But you're like, no, it's like hard to like hold. And now she had found a weakness. The fact that I was like pouring it on, I was like, okay, that was not the best idea to do so. And because she found that weakness, which is bullshit because it's not a weakness, she was like, gotcha. So she tried through what I was doing to lower my energy down, make me uncertain about myself, so I would come on her level. The thing is, because I was like, hey, what shit energy is this? Saying in my language, maar voor een zever is dat hier? She was like, So she realized, okay, I cannot do this with this person. But instead of like acknowledging that, she's just like further on telling me that my energy was bad, and oh, it was very sensitive spot for me, and oh yeah, it's that time of the year or that time of the month. And she was like trying to put it all on me because I actually gave her a mirror, like, not okay what you did. And the funny thing is, when she said like, oh, it's that moment, she left immediately, so I couldn't respond anymore. She stayed away. And I was like, nah, not gonna say anything, gonna keep it like this, just doing my glazing here. And actually, for an instant, I was like, okay, am I gonna speak with her and address her like, do you realize on what kind of energy that you were bringing that I was actually reacting? Like, do you realize why I was reacting in this way? And if she would have been family, I would have done that. If she would have been a close friend, I would have done that. But sometimes you have to pick your battles. You have to pick where you want to put your energy in. And I was like, this is not worth my energy. Like, really not. I'm going to keep on glazing. I'm going to do my stuff. But then something very interesting happened. I could feel that she actually hoped and like I could sense the energy like drawing me in of like that I would go to her and be like, I'm sorry. And I was like, not gonna do that. So not gonna do that. So I just kept on glazing with a big smile on my face. And then something else happened. She came in after coming in a few times, not saying a word, being blank, and minding my own business. All of a sudden, she came in again, and she started to talk about, and I'm doing this, and I'm like talking about all other kind of stuff to actually try to connect with me again. And honestly, I was like, what did just happen? Like, okay, wait, what? And afterwards, I was like, I should have pointed out, like, what you did before was not okay, just so you know. And now we can speak further. But I want you to really know that now you being just like, oh, nothing happened, and we're going to be la da 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 now from now on to each other and just going to forget about the thing. I should have pointed it out. I still need to learn stuff. Eh? And yeah, that's what I would have done. But just so you know, because I stay put with the fact that I was like, no, I'm not gonna apologize, and I'm not gonna like see you and I'm like, can we talk about this? I already changed something in the energy, and something tells me really honestly that she will never try this again. That she will never try to lower my energy because I immediately responded. And in a way, I already showed her very firmly, nah, you're not gonna bring my energy down. So, very curious how it's gonna be. And I have to still do some glazing, so I'll probably bump into her every once in a while. But just so you know, if you feel that someone is trying to, and you can feel it in the energy that you're like, that you have the feeling that you've done something wrong, or that you're not good enough, or whatever, like you feel that your energy is like, or you feel uncertain, or you feel a fear coming up, then I bet you they are doing something to intimidate you or manipulate you, as she was doing. So she could stay in the energy where she was in and bring me to her energy and her level in the hope that we could connect. But that wasn't the case. Okay, I hope it was clear. I know it was like the English is sometimes I have to search for it and search for the words. But I hope this was clear. Enjoy the rest of your day and speak soon.